Hey everyone! So I just thought it'd be good for us to have like a little meeting to kind of go over ADD obsession, how to get started. The nutrition side, like it can be a little bit overwhelming at first, but once you like do it for a few days, it becomes really easy. So I just want to start out because I know a lot of people in this group, they haven't done a Beachbody program before. And so I just want to like start from like the very beginning. I'll just kind of give like an overview but at any time, feel free to ask questions. You can use the chat or you can unmute yourself and talk. And so, yeah, so let's get started. So, the thing you're going to do is you're going to log into beachbodyondemand.com and you're going to sign in and then you're going to click on 80-day obsession. After you do that, you're going to pull up the program materials. Now, in the mail, when you got your portion control containers, your resistant loops and sliders, you also got a calendar for each phase. There's 3 phases in the program. What I'd love to do with this calendar and what I recommend doing is put it on a wall. Every time you complete a workout, put a big fat X over it. It feels great. Even on day one, I remember doing this and it felt amazing. I wish I've done it with other programs because like, oh my God, it motivates me every single day to work out. So but if you like lose your calendar or something happens to it and you want another, you can go under program materials and print off a new one if you want. I know like one girl, like she actually like took 80 post-it notes, put it in her bathroom. So every day after she like took a shower, after she worked out, she just ripped a post-it note off. And I just think that's awesome. But I just don't have like the energy to do that. But I think it sounds pretty cool. Anyway, so you can, under the program materials, you can print off, I recommend printing off tracker sheets because like when I started out doing an 80-day, I was struggling doing 5-pound weights. And now like I do everything from 8 to 20-pound weights, depending on the move. So I definitely recommend printing off tracker sheets so you can keep up with your weights. That way you can see how much you've progressed throughout the program. So the first thing, though, that you need to print off is a starter guide. Read it. It's going to help you so much. I definitely, like, I have it printed off at home, but since we're visiting my parents, I didn't bring it with us. But I'm using my mom's laptop, so I can show you kind of like what it looks like. It's a picture of Autumn with the starter guide. You're going to scroll down. She's going to talk a little about the program. On the 3rd page, this is really important. You are going to record your measurements of your whole body. And like, let me tell you, it is important. Like I lost 20 pounds from day 1 to day 50, but not everybody's like that. Because it's important to realize while you're losing weight, you're also losing inches. I'm going to post this girl to Tulin. I think that's how you say her name. She had an amazing transformation. She was in the original test group for this program. And she only lost 3 pounds in the program, but like it's incredible how many inches she lost. That's why it's important to write down your measurements, record them, and also take before and after pictures. When you take your before pictures, it's gonna like honestly, like I hadn't thought I'd lost that much weight until I had thought I hadn't lost that much weight until like I saw my before picture. I was like, wow, like I really like there is such a difference there. And so definitely like take before pictures, and at the very end of the program, you can take after pictures and you can get a free t-shirt or tank top. Um, then if you scroll down on page 4 of the starter guide, you're going to see where you can calculate your calorie target. Now, the thing is you're going to find out which bracket you fall into for like meal plan A through, I don't know if it's E or F, but you're not going to, while you're doing this program, you're not going to be focusing on the calories. You're going to be focusing on portions, but you have to make sure you get the right amount of calories every day. So there's a different, at the end of each phase, you're going to like weigh yourself and refigure out your calorie target, but there's a different formula for phase 2 and 3 than there is for phase 1. And when you get closer to that, I'll try to like help you remember that to like recalculate it. But on the first one, you just put in your current weight, multiply it by 11, and then that's your calorie baseline. And then you're going to add 600 calories and then subtract 750 calories. The 600 calories is for the calorie burn in each workout, and then the 750 calories for the calorie deficit. So that's how you're going to calculate to figure out which meal plan you fall into. And so then when you scroll down the next page, it tells you like plan A is 1,200 to 1,500 calories. There's plan A through plan F. So plan F is 2,500 to 2,800 calories. Like, I'm in plan B, which is 1,500 to 1,800, but like, it does not matter. Like, it's gonna feel like a lot of food because it is a lot of food that you're eating, but your body needs it. And that's something that I find really awesome about the Time Nutrition, is the way that they wrote this program out is how Autumn eats and how most trainers eat. It's where they really focus on, you eat this at a certain time so you get the most nutritional value out of it. And so once you figure your which meal plan you fall into, you can open it up. So I'm meal plan B, and it tells you like on one of the first pages like how many containers, which like it tells you to like green containers vegetables, purples fruits, reds proteins, etc. And so it tells you how many you'll eat a day. And then when you scroll down, it gives you like 3 different examples of a meal plan, because it's Time Nutrition. You schedule your meals around your workout time. So and the thing about this program is you can change. If you work out in the morning one day, you can work out in the evening the next day. It's not a big deal. You just have to make sure to plan your food accordingly. So yeah. And so because you're going to eat your pre-workout meal like an hour before, and your post-workout meal like an hour to 2 after. And so it even has like where if you want on the menu planner, you can write down some like recipes to like go ahead and help you get started, and I'll try to post some recipes in the group today and tomorrow. But yeah, so that's what it tells you there. There's something called a refeed day, and when you guys get closer to that, I'll explain more about it. It's where you can like eat like dirty yellows, like and stuff like that. So yeah, but then also so there's 2 different sizes of the resistant loops. If you're under 5'10", use the shorter ones. If you're over 5'10", use the longer ones. That's why there's 2 different lengths for them. I definitely recommend printing off the food list. Like once you kind of get in a groove with 80-day obsession, you know which foods you can eat and not. But in like, I don't know, I referred to my food list for the first several weeks to make sure I was eating accordingly. Also, what I want to mention is on the rest day. So like the cast started the program on a Monday, so the rest day is Sunday. So on the rest day, since you're not working out, it doesn't matter which order of the meals you eat them. You have to keep like for meal plan B, the dinner is 1 red, 1 green, 1 yellow. So like you still have to keep those 3 containers together, but you can eat them whenever throughout the day. But you still have that where it's timed out between, if that makes sense. Also, Shakeology, it is considered a red since it has a full serving of protein in it. So you can eat it. You can eat it wherever there's a red container. A lot of people, they'll eat it with like the purple container. That way they can throw in a banana or something into their Shakeology. That's what I usually do. I love breakfast food, but when I work out in the morning, I just hate like having something heavy in my stomach. So a lot of times this is the only time you can swap meals. You can swap the red and the purple with like the pre-workout meal, like where it goes in there, if that makes sense, so that you can drink your Shakeology first, but then you work out 30 minutes after you drink it. I know there's a lot of like nurses in the test group, and that's what they did since they had to work 12-hour shifts. That way they didn't have to wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning to eat. And so there's also a thing called Weekly Obsession on there, which if you watch it, it's just like every week you can get to know the cast members. There's also, I'm going to post a screenshot of the new app that Beachbody came out with. It's, this is you can't really see it, but I'll take a screenshot of it. It's a great way to like track to make sure you're eating all your portion control containers. And I'm going to be honest, it's a lot of food. It takes you like a week or 2 to get used to eating that much food, but you need the fuel, so you need to eat all of your containers at the time you're supposed to eat them. Because once you hit like in a couple weeks, you're going to be like ready to eat when it's time to eat, trust me. But if anyone starts to experience headaches or anything like that, reach out to me, because it might mean that you need to bump up your meal plan. Um, so now I'm just going to talk about like some really like easy meal. Well, I'm going to talk about kind of like my top meal prepping tips is like, for me personally, like I love meal prepping, but I've just found that like I kind of just like throwing stuff together. But what I do, so you don't have to meal prep for all the meals unless you want to. And I'll post like some videos in the group, like showing like meal prepping videos and stuff like that. But it's supposed, like, meal prepping is supposed to make your life easier. So a lot of times I'll like just boil like a dozen eggs at a time and just keep it in my refrigerator, and then it's just a great easy way to grab protein. Also, like whenever I cook rice, I just go ahead and cook the whole bag. Same thing with pasta because I eat a lot of that. So yeah, that's what I do for meal prepping a lot. I also like every week, the day before I go to the grocery store, I make a list of exactly what I need and how much I need of it because I figure out what meals I'm going to eat throughout the week. That doesn't just save me time, it saves me a lot of money at the grocery store because I don't end up with more stuff than I need. So I don't like have stuff that like goes bad. And then I'm also not tempted because like I love chocolate. So if I don't buy any, I don't have any, I can't eat any. That's my philosophy there, to be honest. Another thing I do is like a lot of times I'll just go ahead and roast a lot of vegetables and I'll cook a lot of chicken. And so that way, like, if you do that with like chicken and stuff, you can go ahead and just stick it in the freezer. I just keep out what I'm going to eat in the next few days, and then I freeze everything else. And then like the night before, if I'm like out of chicken in my refrigerator, I'll just like pull some out of the freezer and it'll like defrost overnight in the refrigerator. And so I think that's everything. Does anyone have any questions?